13 picks this season. It's the Raiders and the Vikings under the lights on Sunday night.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime-time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more likely.
Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And the nightcap to a busy Sunday has begun. Fielded at the 7. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And bringing them out, a former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence has had a remarkable career. Over 50 starts in high school and a winner all the way along. A national champion and 3-year starter at Clemson, and really a starter from day one after the first pick in the draft in Jacksonville. The key for Trevor at this level, though, is to do it season in and season out. That's what the greats before him have done. The Brady's, the Mannings, the #1 picks of the past. If you want to become a great and you want to take your game to another level, you got to do it year in and year out.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Waddle now in motion right. 1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Caught, nice gain left side. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. It is caught left side. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go. So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Now this is out of bounds, and what a beauty. He coffin cornered it well. They're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminded yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them to go put a score on the board.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. Pressure coming. It's Jackson. Chased out to his right. He's running for it. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. And Kobe Dean in on the tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Blitz coming, Lamar. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Raider football. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the Raiders offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Lawrence working from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings tap it as he records the first interception of his young career. Man, great call by the defense there. They go to cover 2 for that play. And it's the free safety back there who makes the read and forces that turnover.
And that's who you want playing that cover 2, covering half the field, right? Those strong safeties near the line of scrimmage. A little more depth at playing the run. Free safeties, this is exactly what they want. They want to play that half, and when that ball is in their vicinity, go and take it away.
The Vikings are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And he's been carrying a great campaign now into the heart of this season. He's hitting top 5 in rushing yardage. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And they make the stop with a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Lamar off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The former soccer star, Brandon Aubrey, on now to attempt the field goal. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Gay's kick is good. And that will get them on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Johnson with a return here. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the 3rd time's the charm for them. They find some success. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. On target to Waddle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He's fine. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The Vikings taking the field on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Play action now with Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All I'm hearing in my head is touchdown to check down, touchdown to check down, because it was said about a gazillion times in the NFL to me when you get in the red zone. It's not sack. Touchdown to check down. You can't take a sack on first down in the red zone.
All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Jones. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. Kenneth Welker gets it for the first time. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second and 8. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. Lawrence throwing here. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one hits for 30. And that's a Vegas first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field, and the tone of this drive.
First down throw, Lawrence gets this to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Running back sent in motion. He finds Johnson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Handoff headed right to Henry. And he gets this forward to the 19. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. They send a receiver in motion right. From the 19. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Lawrence to throw it. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Walker. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vikings now set to take the field. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's Worthy running the slant. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10.
That's good. For the Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Lamar. He finds Sanders. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Christian Fulton the one to bring him down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
It's 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Ryan Wright on to punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They motion Waddle over left. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And the Big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on second down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing third and long. Now Lawrence. Just got it away before the hit button. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He has it at the 33. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be Vikings football. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. And gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop it behind the line.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. From the gun, Jackson. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Jackson looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
At the Raiders' 46-yard line.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Right back to Pacheco. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Oye Mafe bringing that play to a halt. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Looking slant route, complete. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for the Vikings.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. On the move, headed right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And they score, it's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get some late points and the lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Johnson now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Finds his man, Waddle. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. On target to Waddle. Gets it to the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders get some late points and the lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead.
14, Vikings 10. Jake Elliott.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Blitz coming here. Jackson finds Sanders. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. First down. Here's Lamar. Gets this to Sanders. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Jackson yet again. Hauled in by Worthy. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Lamar throwing again. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. A final throw before the break. Has him on the quick hitter. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. So at halftime, the Raiders fighting to an advantage on the road. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Bucky Irving, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Caleb Williams, terrific in the win, as his guys upped their mark to 7-4 with the victory. And then on Monday night, folks, you are in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out come the Vikings for the debut possession of our second half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Keely Ringo making the play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play action now with Jackson. Fits it through the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They get 22 on that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down throw for Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
That's good. For the Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
It's Pacheco again. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
It's 3rd and 2.
Changing it up here, Jackson. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
The Raiders are headed out there alongside Jalen Waddle for this next series. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. First down throw, Lawrence. It's caught, Ferguson. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Lawrence now off the play action. Ferguson there to bring it in. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 14. Connects with Johnson. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. But Jarius Sneed there for the stop. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Sending a receiver left. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Legette's got it. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Trying down the middle with Henry. He's contained at the line for no gain. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Walker now from the gun. Space to the left. And he has it all the way down to the 8. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal. Lawrence working from the gun. And he's in. Touchdown! The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Raiders drive their lead to 11. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff for Pacheco. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 6 yards to pick up there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Lamar off the play fake. Out left, Worthy makes the ground. And he's brought down at the line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He finds Johnson. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Running it after the penalty. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. One of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive, 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 42. Finds Sanders. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Lamar back to throw. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 44-yard line.
Now here's Lamar. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Play action. Here's Jackson. Drops pressure coming, and they take him down. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that forces them to 4th and goal. The former soccer star, Brandon Aubrey, on now to attempt the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, So you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
The Raiders and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence on the play fake. He's going to push one deep down the right.
The ability to track the ball skills isn't just knocking it away. That's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. He's got this at the 27. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he's brought down after a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's brought down up across the 40. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Slot man in motion left. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's hit at the line of scrimmage. The run outside returns nothing. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Back to throw it. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Pacheco on the toss right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Offense to the line for second down. Back to throw. He finds Sanders. And this one does not go far. Vikings out of the hurry-up need everyone back to the line. He's got, and will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds well short of that marker. Wow, they never let him get close there. Great effort to force the turnover on downs. And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. This is Walker on second. And they will only get this to about the 17 before they take him down. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Turning to Henry on third. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The defense takes its third and final timeout. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Need this to force overtime. Deflected. Oh, they couldn't bring it in off the tip drill, though. They had the chance they wanted, Brock, but no, that's how this one's going to end. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.